The Virginia colony was founded in 1607 by John Smith and other colonists, including John Ruffel, backed by the London Company at Jamestown, named after Queen Elizabeth I of England, the Virgin Queen. Virginia was founded primarily for the purpose of the profit by the joint stock-owned Virginia Company, London. It was also important in giving England territorial claims in America to match Spain and French expansion, and to also give England markets and resources in the New World. Much of Virginia is a beautifully hilly and heavily forested mountainous landscape, one dominated by ranges of the Appalachian Mountains that extend through the western half of the state, literally covering its entire western border with Kentucky and West Virginia, and a small portion of its northern border with Maryland. In the early 1700s, there was a decline in immigration and trade due to the War of the Spanish Succession, and pirates based at the Nassau harassing ships on the East Coast. After the pirate capital was reduced and Blackbeard was beheaded, trade was restored and immigration resumed. During the 1750s, there was continued expansion into the northwest of Virginia, and settlements in the southern portions of the colony gave rise to several new counties. By 1760, there were 53 counties in the colony of Virginia. Its population ranked first among the original 13 British colonies that declared their independence, and most towns in Virginia went from a few houses to wealthy mansions. In 1619, the government was run by the people. It became the House of Burgesses, the first legislative assembly in the American colonies. The first assembly met on July 30, 1619, in the church at Jamestown. Present were Governor Beardsley, council, and 22 burgesses representing 11 plantations or settlements. Burgesses were elected representatives.
Fertile soil, warm climate, and longer growing seasons promotes our economy based on agriculture. We rely heavily on the production of tobacco. As tobacco came to dominate the economy, foods imported from other colonies became more important. African slaves comprise our largest ethnic group here in Virginia. Our main religion is consisted of Anglican Christians. We do not accept traditional beliefs of the Indians or the African slaves. But our church in Virginia is weak and disorganized. The church required all priests to be educated and ordained in England, and the church was also governed from London. Our first public school opened in 1634. Private tutors are available for those families who can afford them, although young women received a more limited education than men. Most of our women often become wed at the age of 16 and start families. Our colonists learned about corn and how to use it from Indians. Households made their clothing usually from cotton, wool, and leather. Men were usually superior over the women.